Group Captain Vinod, what is the state of, if we were to specifically talk of Pakistan Air Force? The United States has agreed to a $450 million package to upgrade their F-16 fleet. China is giving them their fighters. After Balakot, Pakistan would be better prepared for the Indian Air Force next time.
I think exactly opposite, Gaurav, for two reasons. A, Imran Khan has really, took their country to stone ages by creating some kind of an anarchical situation. Though it is good for India, but not bad for their country. And second is the spending on military during Imran's time. I mean, these are dispersed, but during Imran's time was much, much lesser than any of his predecessors. So military has been facing a lot of spares issue. J-17s not working. This shot in the arm which they got for F-16s is because to keep up the F-16's image that, I mean, that's in my opinion that, America has sort of supported them. Otherwise, they had very dismal serviceability percentage since the inception of F-16. So their Air Force is in shambles. And currently our Air Force is picked up. So with all this at the backdrop, so I'm just a little bit of a disagreement. And with all this is the backdrop, I think Rajnath Singh ji made the statement that we need to now go and rescue our people who are in Pak-occupied Kashmir, and their lives are, I mean, you saw one of their representative came on your channel and started crying.
Yes.
So it is the human suffering in PoJK is very, very bad. There is no political, machinery there. There is huge water supply, water shortage during winters, especially. People won't believe it. Electrical load shedding is 16 to 18 hours, sometimes 3, 4 days. There is no electricity. The life is very, very bad there.
Okay.
So with
General
that,
Hasnain, okay, so I agree, situation in PoJK is very bad, but General Hasnain, as Ambassador Vishnu Prakash was also saying, there is China at the LAC, the standoff continues. China strengthened its position all along the LAC from Arunachal to Ladakh. Does that actually hamper any plan that we may have for PoJK?
See, Gaurav, there is no doubt that the entry of China, there are two aspects to this. The first is that the interest which China also has in PoJK, particularly in the Gilgit-Baltistan area. You see, after all, the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor, the BRI, which goes westwards, both are really strategic highways, strategic corridors, not really economic corridors as such. So it will affect them and they will come into it. Therefore, getting into the physicality of it may be something which may be premature without having thought through it. The second aspect is, yes, with what's happening on the LAC and the relative stabilization of the situation in Jammu and Kashmir itself, there is a thought process going on that we need to perhaps re-establish the order of battle and perhaps be able to put more troops on the northern borders, etc. That's the thing which is happening in progress at the moment. No doubt it will affect the amount of troops which are available for the PoJK area in case we have to ever go physically on the offensive. But I think the order of battle between India and Pakistan still exists very much in our favor. Okay. And a dual front war, a two-front war, at a pinch is possible from a resource angle.
But would that be more to sort out the LOC, to straighten it out, to get some of the tactical advantages? Or Ambassador Vishnu Prakash, given China's interest, as the General Hasnain was pointing out, in Gilgit and Baltistan, who are we sending a signal to? Are we sending a signal to Pakistan, or are we actually also sending a message to China?
To China.
We are basically letting everybody know, if anybody is in doubt, that India has the capability today to defend its territory, period. Now, whether it's X, Y, or Z, that is not important. At the same time, India has the maturity and the track record to know, and we have not only been advocating that, we have been walking the talk, that conflict is not the solution.
Yes.
You cannot settle disputes through conflict. That is an article of faith. And therefore, you have always resorted to, because it only brings about death and destruction. There are no winners in a conflict. So but what happens is that when you're strong enough, your diplomacy becomes that much more effective. Yes. And that is the reason why we need to have the strength to back up our diplomacy, give peace a chance, and well, if there is you have no other choice, then you have to exercise all choices available to you. That's how I look at it.
Okay.